everybody, I believe, is an angel. Okay, we all come from the goddess, and to her we are reborn like a drop of rain falling to the ocean. So we all have a purpose, a mission, a journey in this lifetime. We provide a serene, a sovereign, a spiritual purpose. Many of us do not know what that is. I, however, do. Okay, I am a Data, a Dakini, a Melchizedek. I am a hybrid of spirit here to anchor in ascension energy, ascension technology. So here we have, we're opening up, we're going to do the tree of life, moving into the embodiment of the world. I'm going to be an energy coming through, an L, a source energy coming through. We'll see where that source energy is. Anchoring in the energy, we have the judgment card. So the judgment card is the energy of Saturn or Jupiter. It's come in to be a divine messenger. The archetype of 20 means the embodiment of heaven and earth at the same time. 10 for earth, 10 for heaven. The 10 plus 10 equals 20, meaning the bridge between the two. Okay. And then in the heaven spirit, mythos, we have the strength card. I oftentimes look at this as an 8, but in this deck, it's an 11. So that's a gateway, a bridge. Now, normally, me personally, when I use it as an 8, it means you are able to leverage the eternality, the eternity of your soul. Even though you're living a physical human experience in this lifetime, meaning you have your however many years that you are in this earth, in this world, in this lifetime, there's memory, there's embodiment, there's energy, there's lessons, there's karma, there's power, source energy that you're able to apply from the multitude of your lifetimes. So that's the spirit mythos, okay? And then we also have here the star, Taroki the star, that means Isis. Okay, Venus in Pisces, Venus in Aquarius typically. And then we have release, which is the death card. So that's Saturn in the 8th house, Saturn in Scorpio, death, transformation, sex, reborn, renewal. Then we have the chariot. So the chariot is the energy of Mercury and the sun, sometimes Mercury and the Mars. So Mars conjunct sun, Mercury conjunct sun. It's the ability to leverage your shadow, leverage your incarnate and your disincarnate self. Your higher self and your lower self can work in unison to move forward, okay? And then we have here the moon. The moon is the sun in the 8th house, or the moon in Scorpio, or the 12th house, okay? So that's the journey through the underworld, dark night of the soul, or the hidden awareness of the hidden depths. Again, hidden awareness of the hidden depth. It means that your subconscious, your instinctual humanity is able to weather the storm in life, incarnated. You were able to perceive the phenomena of the universe with or without a direct instinctual awareness. That's what happens when you have the moon card. Even though life is happening to you, there's something that's happening for you, even if you're not aware of it. Okay. So we also have balance, temperanza, if temperanza. That is the energy of Mercury in the 6th house. Oftentimes Virgo, not always. And then we have the Fool, il matto, okay? Il matto is the Fool. It's Uranus trine or conjunct or oppose Mercury with the sun, okay? And then we have here, let's see, we have the Justice card. So it seems like we need to leverage our understanding of humanity, of eternity. It's as if we've come here. Okay, well, there we go. We have our cards. Okay, I'm hearing that song, and we all love it, so I'll sing it. We all come from the goddess, and to her we are reborn like a drop of rain falling to the ocean. And there's an addition to the song. It's my personal church. We sing that song, so I won't sing the rest of it. But, you know, we go on. We go on to talk about the sustenance of the goddess, how she feeds us, how she nourishes us. We're going to speak about the eternity of the goddess, how she perceives and personifies and perpetuates all living existence at the same time, you know, storm and rain and all the rain. And we talk about all those different things, all those concepts and ideas. But we all come from the goddess. We are the embodiment of the divine, and our experience here in the conscious reality and the physical reality is talking about it lends itself to the timeline, to the circle of life, to the halo, right? The consciousness of the goddess, she's able to live herself, experience herself through us. So even if we're in the lower aspects of humanity, in the lower aspects devoid of divinity, there's good in everything, even if we're in darkness. And also understand that the world, the universe is in divine order, even if we are embodying chaos. I do want to say that we are ultimately in divine order. Everything is happening for a reason. Everything is happening for us, not to us. Okay, so things is perfect as they are, and we are perfect as we are. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wata, Nine of Vasa. Okay, so it means the goal's accomplished. We have accomplished our serene, our spiritual insight. Queen of Earth, Four of Fire, Six of Earth. Oh, pardon me. And this is the Data spread, DATTA. So if you're on a Jupiterian path through the Mystery School, you'll understand more. Okay, so let's just talk about the energy. And I'll do an expanded reading. I'll do an expanded reading here. It'll be free, okay, free of charge. So let's see here. So here on the Shango, on the throne, okay, Nine of Air. That's Mars in Gemini. So when Mars comes to Gemini, it means getting to the bottom of the truth. Nine oftentimes represents the accomplishment, the completion, the attainment of something. Air is truth. Air is sovereignty in the physical. So the spirit, the soul, has personified itself, expressed itself through logic, reason, communication, intellect, and it says, I need to get to the bottom of something. Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. So you've dealt with all of the challenges, all of the difficulty, all of the cold hard truth of the matter. And on the conscious side, it seems like we've come to the forefront of the hidden, of the things that have been behind the scenes, of the things that we might have carried into this lifetime with us. And what we've carried into the lifetime with us is our ability here with the Temperance card to anchor into the physical eternality, okay? Our soul purpose, the Star card. The Star card says here, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. Well, really, you're born to do something. You have what's called a soul purpose. Isis, okay? The waters above, the firmament. That means that you are a seed. You are one of the spermatozoids of the Great Spirit. And you were given through your divine birthright as human this infinite ability, this archetype. You were seeded with life in its full embodiment and expression. And what that is delivered through the Star card. So whomever you are, whatever you are in terms of your galactic DNA, your celestial DNA, you are infinitely endowed through human birthright with its sovereignty. And you can come into the physical realms and achieve or personify or endow or invoke, embody that sovereignty. And what is that sovereignty? I'm curious. So why don't we go ahead and see here. I'm going to pull out the keys. Taroki di Thoth. So when I talk about the keys to the universe, okay. So what falls to the floor comes to the door. Pardonnez-moi. It seems like the card has fallen to the ground. I apologize for the noise. We're going to go ahead and get that card. Pardon me, please. Okay. Oops. Pardon me. I know it's a little clunkety. Okay, so the world. So the world is the energy of Neptune and Pluto coming to the physical. Oftentimes we talk about Saturn. Saturn is the gatekeeper of the physical world. It talks about the structure and the cosmology of the universe. That means how things are built. It is the keeper of the solar system. It rules the zodiac. It rules the logos, the logic, the system, the structure, the law of incarnated life. But it's the energy of Neptune and Pluto. And so when I talk about the star, what we're infinitely endowed with, what we're incorporated, incarnated to come into life, into the physical with, is to close out cycles. Okay. To be, embody, and experience the divine's will. Great spirit, whatever the creator of this universe wants us to be, to do, to see, to experience. That's what we're coming through with. And this is the axis of the spirit of the creator. And the spirit of the creator says, okay, we've come to some consciousness. We've come to the core of some realization. We had to make that sacrifice. We had to make that postponement, that lean back, lean back, lean back. I hear that song. Lean back, lean back. Every time I see this card in the upright, so what does that mean? It means sacrifice, postponement, surrender of something. It means it's not a no, it's a not now. When it's in reverse, it means, okay, you've arrived at that spiritual perspective, so now you can move forward in the sense of knowing what it is on a spiritual level. You want something. You want that man. Well, you can't get that man until you come at him, until you come at that relationship with the spiritual perspective, not your little human perspective from your genitalia. You're horny, so you want to get with him, or you need love, or you're absent a boyfriend, so you want to get with him. No, you want to get with him because you realize he's from your soul group and he's embodied in the physical to reflect back to you what's alive in you so that the goddess can communicate with you what you need to accomplish in this lifetime to personify your spiritual power. Okay, do you hear the physical perspective versus the spiritual perspective? So that's what this card means. The Neptune card means in reverse. So this is also the 12th house. What does that mean? It means it's the Uranus. It's Neptune. And it's also the 12th house. So abolition of previous structures that limit you. 12th house, Uranus. The deep insight of the freedom of your soul coming to the physical. Neptune, divine insight, the divine seeding, okay, the environment of creation. That's what Neptune is. The creating, preserving all that you can accomplish in a biparticle universe. So that's what this means. It's on top of the death card. So we have Saturn. A lot of people are scared of Saturn, but people don't realize Saturn, Sakpata Babalue, is a messenger. So unless you're in the medical industry, meaning you're a healer, you're a surgeon, you mix medicine, you're an alchemist, you're some type of healer. Not energy healer. I'm not talking about Reiki or all that stuff. I'm talking about like you literally are a doctor. You heal people from illness. You work with plant medicines or herbs. And if you're not one of those people, it's a messenger. It means the heavens, Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, have come to communicate something to you in the physical. Mars, Mercury, Venus, Sun, in the physical, the heavens have come to communicate something to you. And what if they have come to communicate to you? You can deal with your higher self or your lower self. That's what they've come to communicate. And they want you to make cutbacks. So in the upright, it means something's happening to you. In the reverse, it means, okay, if something hasn't died and you're refusing to let go, it means you have the opportunity to make cutbacks. So it could be different structure for different folks. This card up in the reverse, it means if you are refusing to let go of something that has already died, then that's going to be rather negative for you. But for some of you, it means you're actually on your own, according to your own choice, your own volition, making cutbacks. And I would believe that because it seems like we have been dealing with that shadow. It says here, important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, releasing of fears that hold us back. Well, that's true. We've been stuck on stupid. We've been all up in our own drama. We've been wanting to seek comfort and not wanting to do our own work. And now we've realized, okay, it's time to make some cutbacks because we need to stay ready so we ain't got to get ready, right? You know what I mean, okay, girl? So it's more like, okay, we've been messing up with the bullshit. We've been handling our own drama story, and now enough is enough. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. It's time for us to get our own shit together and handle our own business, okay? It's time to come correct, right? So we need to make them cutbacks on our own so the universe doesn't need to make them for us, okay? And if you're wondering where I've been, I'll talk about myself. Priestess Gorgeous is my personal channel. This is the temple channel. We're going to do some business here. So let's keep getting this energy out. Oopsies. Okay, so I just made a mistake, but that's all right. Okay, so the gate is opening, but Lesba can't really help us out until we're willing to handle our business. And like I keep saying this, like, stay ready so your ink gets to get ready. A lot of us get stuck on stupid. We get stuck in our own little drama, mean a story, like everything's happening to us. Poor us, we're the victim. We didn't contribute to our own little situation. And that's just a crock of shit. I'm going to say it that way. It seems like this is a cycle that we're in that we need to complete. What is the cycle? Well, the cycle is upheaval to solution transformations. It seems like we need to review and evaluate. This is a favorable time for assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. So this is the energy of Saturn and Uranus coming together. So it means upheaval, dissolution. If you've built a foundation for yourself that doesn't serve you, burn it to the ground. And if you're in a situation where you think you have to do something, this is the way out. So if you're not in alignment with the choices that you feel you need to make or the choices that you are making, and you want some universal factor, some universal energy to come through and transform things for you, this is when you do it. Burn it to the ground. If you're in a marriage and you're in that marriage because you need the money, you need to survive, you have children or whatever, well, if the tower comes through, whatever your situation is, let it go. Release is the true power that you have. And sometimes it's going to be nasty. It's going to be destructive. And sometimes it's just going to be you have an out. I experienced this as a practitioner. A personal moment here. Give me 60 seconds. You know, I'm in the spotlight. I don't have persecution complex. I promise you. I'll talk about this on my personal channel. But oftentimes I'm at the opposing end of hatred, jealousy, or whatever. And I have to respond alchemically. I have to respond magically. And if I do working to protect myself and somebody who is enacting violence against me on a spiritual level gets hurt, I can't be afraid or be worried or feel guilty for what happens to them. If another person wants to take me down, it means they're already beneath me, right? So if I shield myself from energy or I put up a mirror and the daggers someone is sending at me spiritually gets sent back to them and they get stabbed in the eye, they get in a car accident, they lose their job, they lose their house, them and their children end up in a shelter, I can't sit there and be sad or feel guilty or responsible for what happens to them, because all I'm doing is asking the universe for a way out of persecution. Okay, so the universe is going to be the divine messenger of whatever you need to eradicate the obstacles to you having number 7, 116, 1 plus 6 equals 7, your power. Okay, so your power in the physical is necessary. Oh, mic drop. There we go. Okay, so don't worry about what happens to whomever. Do you. Worry about you. Live you. Be you in the physical, and you'll get what you need. Now, the knowledge that you need is the ability to navigate the universe. So if you are not thinking from a spiritual concept and idea, you're out of alignment. And what you're trying to get is the ability to perceive the phenomena of the universe. Versus making sacrifices and being the martyr, you can now perceive the phenomena of the universe. Now, the way that's going to manifest itself is you'll be operating from the soul group. So even though you're living an individualized experience, you're actually part of a greater deity, and you are living one facet, one shape, size, one different chapter of the story of a greater deity. So if you are a daughter of Isis, if you are Yemaya child or Shango child, or you know, whatever, if you are, so you know, if you have an affinity to a greater source, to deity, to a higher source energy, you are embodying that, but in the physical. So while that greater energy operates up there in the heavens, you're doing your own thing down here. And you need to understand that as you go on and live your everyday, because the knowledge you're bringing through is you're going to be the one executing changes down here. Executing changes down here in the physical. And yeah, sometimes it ain't going to be pretty. This is the death card. This is Saturn in the 8th house. Abolition of the pre-imposed structures that limit your power in the physical. Okay? So we're coming out with the mission school. We're going to come correct. We're going to do this thing. I'm ready. I've handled my business. I've handled my thing. I've handled my shadow. So we're going to do this thing. Okay. Now, understand that the challenge is that you're out of alignment. So how you thought things were up until this time are not real. They're not true. They're not valid. They're not correct. Things are going to need to change. The way you've been doing that working, the alchemy, the ritual, the manifestation, it isn't in alignment. So you're going to have to shift some things or you will fail the exam. That's what it means when and this is the position of the tower. So what is the conflict? This is the strong strength of it ain't right. Now, believe it or not, you need to be a little selfish. This is what's going to help you. So, well, there you go. That was a mic drop, spiritual mic drop. So, the energy of the devil is Saturn in, excuse me, it talks about astrologically Saturn, but what that means is you are being personally selfish. It means you are a creator, you have power, and it's Uranus in the eighth house. So you have a divine insight that you use for personal reasons, even though other people's resources are involved, Saturn, or it could be Pluto in the 11th house. So you are powerful and you have control over the masses. That's what this means. And it's up against the energy of the Fool. So again, that's Uranus. So it's Uranus in the 8th house here. A leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. So go ahead and do you. Be selfish. Work on your own thing. Work on your own goals. Be yourself. It ain't gonna be pleasant, it ain't gonna be pretty, people ain't gonna like it, but you ain't got to care about it. Let them do them, let them be them. If a person wants to hate on you, if a person wants to take you down, it means they're already beneath you. Okay, you can be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world. Still, a mother effer ain't gonna like peaches. Some mother effer's gonna be allergic to peaches. It ain't your business. It ain't your problem. Do you be you? Okay. Now, the insight that we have is that opportunities are opening up. They're coming to us. Okay. So it's time to stay ready so we ain't got to get ready. And the guidance there again is expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. So if people are arguing with you, if they're saying you've changed, you're different, it means you're living your life, you're being yourself, you are on the right track. What this is telling us is that if you're receiving a little bit of pushback, a little bit of obstacles, a little bit of challenges, it means you're in the right place, you're on the right track. Okay, if everything is hunky-dory and everybody's in agreement with you, something's wrong. If people are arguing with you and confronting you and you're receiving a little bit of conflict for the changes you're making in your life to personify your own personal power, it means you're on the right track. Okay, that's what it means. Lisa, thank you for those words. I'll contact you personally very soon. Okay, so again, I just want to say, if you are, adversity is the catalyst for success. Conflict breeds real change. I love all my friends. I'm not very approachable. I'm not very accessible, especially emotionally, but I'm not devoid of emotion. I'm actually a Cancer. I have 6 placements in Cancer in the 8th house. So does it, just because I'm a cold stone, ice cold bitch doesn't mean that I'm devoid of emotion. This means that I'm spiritual. Okay. So it's funny because a lot of people will come at me and it'll just roll off me and I won't even be affected by whatever they're saying. They'll come at me with their little drama story. But I've noticed that when a person starts getting in my face, they block my path and they say, well, you are this and you are that and da 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 da. You've affected me this and this and that way. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. Where, right? It actually means, okay, now I don't have to question what this person is saying. Now I know where we truly, authentically, actually are, and I can respond to whatever they're saying because it's true for them. It may not be true in reality, but it's true in actuality because the constituency of our connection, of our relationship tells me that the conflict right now is going to tell me the authenticity of our emotional capital, our relational capital, okay? So that's what these two energies together means. We have the 9 of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Again, expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. So adversity is the catalyst for success. When you arrive at conflict, you arrive at the opportunity for real, sincere, authentic, and genuine change. In the conscious, we are actually saying goodbye to the old. We are purging the shadow. In the subconscious, we need to figure out a way to change the strategy, to change the ritual, to change the spell, to change the, okay, that was another spiritual mic drop. That's the fourth of this reading. Very rare that we get four. So temperance and reverse, change the working, change the spell, change the ritual, so that you can come to completion here. Now, the persona is that of you have to destroy. You need to get rid of your old self. You need to get rid of the old paradigm. You need to get rid of the old way. It's gone. It's out. Come correct, wake the fuck up to your own life. Participate in your own shit. Come correct. This is not a drill. No one is coming to save you. You must deliver yourself. You must save yourself. Pardon my language, but I need to come correct. Hello. Welcome to the real situation. Don't hate the play, hate the game. Okay? We're living in the matrix. This is a simulation. This is a demonstration. This is the realm of your wildest dreams. These are your wildest dreams. If it's all in your head, it's all in your mind, and you do not need to be unkind, not to yourself. So if you ain't willing to tear it down to the ground, what is not working for you, the heavenly angels ain't even going to be able to communicate with you. Period, point blank, end of story. Okay, so let's talk about the path of incarnation. So we are on the path of coming to our own stability, franchise, autonomy, control. We need to have systems, structures, mechanisms in our lives so that we can perceive and personify growth, renewal, expansion. Passion, adventurous, self-assured restlessness. It means that somebody is willing to drive life forward, but they need progress. That means a sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Translation: be selfish about the thoughts that you're having. Don't take anybody else's needs into consideration. If they didn't come out of your uterus, if you did not birth their... Wendy, I'll be getting with you soon too. I agree with the automation email. Thank you. A sudden event that needs... What this means is you need to care about yourself. Unless they came out of your uterus, unless you were the seed of their existence, you don't give a fuck about them. Excuse my language. Don't. Not right now, not for the next week. Up until the 2nd of February, somebody comes at you, don't give no fucks, don't give no matter. Don't do it. Do not do it. Worry about yourself. Until the 2nd of February, Gorgeous says worry about your damn self. You hear what I'm saying? If another mother effer has some other mother effer issue, mother effer. Okay? That's just what I'm going to say. You have your little issue, you have your little insight, you have your little fuckery. Stick with that, homie. It's all on you. I'm going to do me. I'm going to balance. Peace out. Have a nice life. That's how it needs to be, because you are in a new energy where you're not in control. You now have your power. Okay? But you now need to learn how to use it. You don't feel comfortable with it just yet. You are empowered, but you don't know how to use your newfound power. So you need to find autonomy, franchise, control of the self. You need to build systems, structures, foundations for yourself. It means mechanisms, and methodologies. In the mystical school we teach, so the first thing we teach is epiphany theory. Learn to perceive the divine phenomena of the universe. Things are not happening to you, they're happening for you. The second thing we learn is serene technique. Okay, what does that mean? It means you need to live as a divine vessel in the physical, because this is a demonstration. This is a simulation. We are living in the matrix. When you're graduating from the beginning, the novice theories of the mission school, what you'll notice is that we start teaching what we call miracle technology. To the layman, that would be magic, sorcery, occultism. But to the divine being, to the evolved being, to the being that is ascending or ascended, awakening or awakened, enlightened or illuminated, it means that they have found a way to be a goddess, a god in the physical, operating through the physical. So you can manifest a divine life for yourself, but that means you need to use the technology of sacred weaving, spirit triangulation, perceiving the phenomena of the universe, and you cannot do that if you do not know who you are and what you need in this moment. If you're worrying about other people and you can't even wipe your own damn ass, you out of alignment. Okay, I'm gonna rest that. I'm gonna rest that because I can go on and it ain't gonna be nice. Notice that we have the Emperor in the first house and the Empress in the seventh house. So it says we go on to a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of conflict. But you're, again, Emperor and Empress are both in the reverse. So Emperor in reverse means you don't feel comfortable with your new power. Empress in reverse, it means you don't feel comfortable with your new self. The goddess has gifted you with abundance. We all come from the goddess, and to her we are reborn like a drop of rain falling to the ocean. It means you have power to create, you have power to give birth to something, yet you don't feel comfortable with said power. You don't feel in alignment with the divine beauty and divine grace that you've been endowed with through your human birthright. Okay, Two of Cups. It means you are in a relationship with Great Spirit. First and foremost, first and foremost, you have a divine, eternal partnership with the universe. And you're out of alignment when this is in reverse with that. It means you can create, but you don't feel like you can create. It means you don't feel like you can produce a material result. This is birth, gestation, love of others. That's what this means. And again, a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. It means the universe is coming. The great mother, she might have kicked your ass a little bit, the universe. But guess what? As she kicks your ass and you're weeping and begging for mercy, she's gonna reach down, grab you into her bosom, nurse you back to health. But if you are not willing to learn those lessons, you ain't gonna get no blessings. What did we learn in coaching? If you're a coaching client, you've heard me say this to you. An empty cup can be filled, a full cup gets nothing. Coachable, you must be coachable, even if you are a master, even if you are an adept. You may have learned some, you may know some, you may have come a long way. But if I can't tell you nothing, if the universe can't tell you nothing, you ain't gonna learn no nothing. You ain't gonna get no better. Okay, so you must be willing to allow for more, for new, for bigger, brighter, better in order to receive, in order to manifest bigger, brighter, and better. Now, what's behind the scenes that we need to work on in order to have this energy of coming into our power, coming into our blessings? We need to realize that we need judgment. We are the judge. We are the jury. We know what we need for ourselves. Ain't nobody gonna come into our lives and tell us who we are, what we're thinking, what we're wanting, what we're feeling. No, homeboy. No, homegirl. No, Mr. President, Mr. Government, Mr. Fuckery. Okay? We are sovereign, divine beings. Period, point blank. It ain't up for question, ain't up for debate. We got this. Okay, when we get our needs met, we can recognize. When we ain't getting our needs met, we can speak up and say, hey, don't work for me. Okay, what does that mean? It means contentment, peace, abundance, a happy home life, a successful completion of a project. We know when our wishes come true and our concerns fade away and we have a love of life. We can also recognize when we're out of balance. So if Mr. Mother Effa over here wants to come through and say, you're this, you're thinking this, you're feeling this is who you are, let me define your character and let me make a moral judgment of you versus a value judgment. We can say, okay, peace, homie, peace, homie, peace. That don't work for me. We out of alignment. Kick rocks, get to stepping, have a nice life. Bye. Okay, boy, bye. Right? Because we know how to get our needs met. We know when opportunities or resources or the resolution of spiritual blessings are coming our way. Even if we don't know how to do it, we at least have the insight to recognize when it's happening. Now, remember, even though the card is reversed, it means the energy is present, but it's internalized. So sometimes it can mean that you over leveraged, or sometimes it can mean that you under leveraged. Okay. Now, also realize that Queen of Earth. Again, this is that song. We all come from the goddess, and to her we are reborn. Queen means you are the field of resonance of which everything manifests from. again, I teach very esoteric things. I ain't a regular, no stupid, nothing. Okay, so go on the journey. Believe that you can. Believe that it's coming to you. Believe that it's there for you. And it will manifest. It might not manifest the way that you want it, the way that you thought it would come. But if you are worrying about the obstacle to your success, what are you going to manifest? You're going to manifest that obstacle. If you are a person that can find any problem for that one solution, fuck you. Get off this channel. You ain't ready. Go home, crawl back in your mama's uterus. You ain't ready. Now, if you're the person who can find any solution for that one problem, welcome home, my dear. Welcome home, my child. I'm here to serve you. Okay? I'm just gonna point it out, say it like it is. Period, point blank. Okay? Some people want to focus on the fuckery, and some people want to focus on the divinity, the serenity, the harmony, the grace, the peace, the unity. Which one are you? The fool doesn't worry about the intellectual reasons, doesn't rule from their brain, doesn't rule from their mind. The fool rules from their spirit, from the desire to experience the divine insight, the divine journey, because the journey is so much more important than the destination. We don't ever need to agree, honey, but if we don't even understand each other, we will never have the opportunity to agree. If you ain't willing, if you ain't able to go through that seeking meaning, if you're in your mind and you're like, well, this is the book that I read and this is how this responds with that book, or this is slapping label on things all the time and not seeking meaning, you're out of alignment. If you can't look inside and seek answers inside and see what externally resonates internally with you, you're out of alignment. All you mother effers coming through my email, sending all these little flames, talking all this shit, fuck you and your ancestors and your mama, curse you and your ancestors that you came from. Because somebody did not teach you what the F is up. If you think a book, if you think a man, if you think some Bible, some sacred text is going to tell you what's up, and you cannot look inside yourself for answers, if you cannot connect with your own source to align yourself with the universe, something is out of alignment. Wipe your own damn ass. Don't come to me looking for me to do it for you. Okay? Now, I love you. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I think that if I can do it, you can do it. But if you are not able to look for meaning, to seek meaning, and you go around applying meaning to everything as if you are the answer, the source, and the judge, fuck you and your ancestors. I'm going to say it again. Curse you and the fucking uteruses you fell out of. Because you're a devil. You're leeching off life source creator energy. And you're unwilling to be your own source. That's what that means. It means you're toxic. If you want to stand in opposition to the creation of the source energy, you are toxic. You are a parasite. If you go around judging other people because they're not living in accordance with you, and your little fuckery perspective of how the universe works, you are parasitic. Now, if you say, oh, wow, that doesn't really resonate with me, I have questions now. What about this? Help me understand this. Help me feel better about this. That's a different story. But if you come out and say, the Bible means this, and the Bible says this, and Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior, eat a dick, bitch, and die. Okay? That's how it is. Go and seek. Go and experience. What card is this? What does it say here? Thought, creative, warm, sensible. Make time for those around you. Take a sensible approach. Deal with the challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Period, point blank, end of story. Okay? Yes, I am a lion mama and I will eat you alive if you fuck with me. Don't get it twisted. But I don't think that I'm any better than you. Okay, so if you want to embody the divine and do your work, I am here to serve you. If you want to be a little ignorant motherfucker, I'm going to squish you like a little bug, and I'm going to do it in public. Okay, let's not get it twisted. Peace be with you. Take good care of yourself. Many announcements coming out very soon. You'll all be updated soon on the Mr. School. Have a good day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.